If you're not at the John Minns on a Friday evening, what exactly are you doing with your time? I had the opportunity of watching Gerhard Joubert perform at the John Minns recently, and while I was there, I managed to score an interview with him. Here's a little snippet of his performance, and please stick around for the rest of the video to find out about all his amazing advice and knowledge on the piano and his career thus far. Hi, Gerhard. Can you please tell us what your mindset is like going into a performance like this?
I think it differs from performance to performance. So this one specifically, I thought, I'm fortunate to know this music quite well. I've been playing it quite a bit, and that's not always the case. Like sometimes you play completely new pieces, So I thought, let me see if I can add something new for myself and for the audience. Let me make it fresh and interesting, and to see if I can create something in the moment, surprise myself even, that type of thing. But also I thought, okay, I need to create a sense of a whole, like the whole program, there's intermission in the middle, but the audience must leave and feel like they've taken in this whole big picture or something,
Okay, so what's your approach when you practice your music? Because I know pianists have to memorize most of their things.
Yes, I think what one hopes for is that memorization, or the fact that you'll in the end play it by memory, is a byproduct of your work. So you're not actively trying to sort of memorize each note. You're more sitting with a score, trying all sorts of different methods of practicing, maybe even practicing like this with your eyes closed, or you might practice obviously hands separately, practice different tempos, practice in different rhythms. The list can go on forever, the amount of different ways you can practice, and all of those things stimulate your brain, and eventually I feel lets the music sink in and almost become part of you. So then you don't actually need to sit and say, okay, I need to memorize every single note. It sort of happens in the whole process, of practicing and getting to know and become friends with the piece, and
Okay, that makes sense. So I have to ask the question that I think most people are wondering about. How do you prepare for the competitions? How is it possible that you seem to be so successful at them every single time?
Oh, thanks. I think the main, if I would have to tell someone, okay, you're going to participate now, what's the main thing that will be the healthiest and the best, for you and for everyone, that would be to not see it as a competition. Of course you've got to face reality. You're participating against people, and you'll be judged and compared and whatever, but in the long run, what matters is how much you develop as a musician, and how much you find your own voice, and how creative you are, and that type of thing is much more important than whatever happens in the competition. In general, I find if I focus on the competition too much, I think, okay, I really need to prove myself, or generally it always goes worse. Yes, it might still go relatively well, I might pass to some round, but in general, even in that case, even if you end up, let's say, winning a competition, I think it's still worse than the possibility where you rather say, I didn't really care about competition being compared, I just want to develop.
Okay.
And if you fall out in the first round, that's better. Yeah.
Okay. So last question, who's your favorite composer to play?
Okay, to play, that's a different question than who is my favorite composer. In general, I don't like okay, I have to choose a favorite. That's such a hard thing to do, but I think favorite composer would be Bach. I just feel like the world of music is so heavily influenced by everything about him. But to play, of course, everyone will say he's actually super difficult to play. So I don't know, maybe to play someone like Chopin, because it's very pianistic. He always thought very carefully about how to make it fit super well. Even though it might sound impressive or very difficult, it always fits very nicely underneath the hand. So maybe Chopin's my favorite to play. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much.